Bellachara offers seniors beautiful apartment living. It's a special, secure place to belong, providing choice, freedom and professional care. Each spacious apartment comes with an ensuite, veranda, security and on-call nurses. Entertain your guests in the elegantly appointed shared spaces. Our vibrant activities program will keep your mind and body active. Bellachara welcomes new residents. Call us today on 5202 5300 for a personal tour.
Welcome back to our sporting news on News Geelong. As we turn our attention to Geelong Pennant Bowls preliminary final at the magnificent greens of Drysdale, News Geelong spoke with Queenscliff winning skipper Barry Close after the Cooters win.
It'll be Queenscliff Blue taking on Belmont. Yes, the two arch rivals in Division 1 of the Geelong Bowling Region Grand Final next week. And congratulations, Barry Close. Queenscliff Blue, a wonderful win today.
Yes, thank you. It was quite a reversal for us today. Last week, Belmont were too good for us at the Geelong West Greens, but we were quite at home here today. A beautiful green to play on here at Drysdale, and we got a jump away, and I don't think we really looked back. It was a really good win, and I hope we can carry it on to next week. But Belmont, they'll be confident and hard to beat.
You've won 3 rings today to 1 from Torquay, your own rink 39 to 10. Where was the secret of your reversal, shall we say, of form in this particular round?
Well, I think last week conditions were difficult, but the opposition handled it a lot better than us. We bowled, honestly, last week like novices. I think the 4 of us were below par. And today, I think the 4 of us contributed very well. A very consistent 4's effort today, very pleasing. We had the opposition under pressure all the time. I think we might have lost 2 rings, by the way, 2 rings up and 2 down today.
But shots up take you into the grand final, and of course, from an overall perspective, from both your leaders through your 2, 3s and 4s, the 4s being your skippers, you played a very consistent line, as you said, on beautiful greens at Drysdale.
Yes, the conditions were perfect, and we didn't have to worry so much about that, and I think we handled it very well today.
Barry, does the heat worry us on the bowling green consistently throughout an afternoon of bowls?
No, I think you get so absorbed in the game that it's not really a problem unless the heat gets up over the 40s, and we're supposed to be off the green at 36 anyway. But when you're really absorbed in the game, you're not thinking about the heat too much.
And looking ahead to next week, venue to be announced. It's going to be a great grand final. The grand final, I think, that everyone expected and hoped it was going to be between 2 very competitive sides, and sides that will, put it all on grand final day.
Exactly, that's what both sides will be trying to do that, and the one that plays best on the day, of course, is going to be the winner. But Queenscliff has the performance on the board over the whole year, but it does come down to that one match, as was highlighted last week. We struggled, and the opposition took advantage of that and played very well. So things can happen on the day.
Barry, yourself personally, you've had a good bowling season?
Yes, had a few little glitches along the way, but had a good year, really, yes.
Because your name is very well known around bowling circles in Geelong. You've been playing for, a good number of years, but you've always been up there with the top of them.
I've had my share of successes, I guess, and I've been playing for about 32 years now, and I know that a lot of people have played longer than that, but it seems a long time to me, but I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I hope it can keep going for a little while yet.
You're like a Grange Hermitage, just getting better with age.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, I think I've climbed the slope, and I might be on the slippery slope on the other side now, on the way down.
Well, it's grand final week next Saturday, and Queenscliff Blue will be taking on Belmont in a great game. And Barry Close, all the very best to you and all of your teams. As the same we say to Belmont, and we hope may the best side win.
Thanks very much. I'm sure it'll be a great game.
Thanks, Barry. And all the best to both teams in Sunday's grand final. The heat was on last weekend in local Geelong Cricket Association qualifying finals, as News Geelong journeyed to Winter Reserve and spoke with Geelong West Rams President Tony Spence.
The Western Rams, you've had a good season, you've been consistent and thoroughly deserve your place, obviously, in the final series. Hoping to take out the big one. Have you got the depth and capabilities with both bat and ball?
Yeah, I think we do. On our day, we can beat probably anyone. It's just got to click, which I don't think, to be honest, probably only a couple of games this year we have, especially with the batting. I think our bowling's been pretty honest. But so, it's always hard. But as you know, you need a bit of luck to win it. So, we've had a bit of luck over the years and hopefully it continues.
And one other element, of course, is the great fielding that the side has put on, particularly in a young man by the name of Chappell. He's taken a screamer again today, and I think one of 4 catches he's picked up today following, 5 last week?
Yeah, he has. I think he's had a good last couple of rounds, actually. He's taken 5 last week in first slip and 3 so far today, so hopefully he gets another couple and we win the game pretty easy.
Tony, we've been spoilt by the conditions. I know the heat sometimes is a bit difficult to play in, but it's reasonable heat, and wickets, of course, have been brilliant all throughout each level of the competition so far.
Yeah, they have been. The curators do a fantastic job with their wickets, and talk about the heat. Us fit blokes get through it, so we'll be right.
Do you miss the days, Tony, of your playing? Because you were a great man with the bat. You could hit it very, very hard, and of course you enjoyed your time out in the field. Do you really miss it still?
Oh yeah, I still play though. Still playing the second, so I'm still out there playing. Yeah, you do miss playing with a lot of your mates. Like Liam Buchanan's one of my best mates. I'd love to have a year with him, but unfortunately time's gone past me, so he can continue on.
Speaking of Liam Buchanan, we saw him in the last home and away game. He bowled a considerable number of overs. We've known Liam more as a batsman, but he certainly spent his time at the crease bowling consistently throughout the season so far, and again here today.
Yeah, he does. He rates himself as a bowler, so he'll probably continue bowling if the boys get through, and hopefully actually get some runs too. Be a good all-rounder then.
Now, looking ahead to next week at this stage, it looks as if East Belmont will prove too strong for North Geelong after scoring 264 yesterday. And as we speak, North Geelong around a 5 for 84. Surprisingly, South Barwon all out for 146 yesterday. Leopold resumed overnight at 1 for 90, but we're all out for 142, which means with third playing fourth here, irrelevant of who wins or who loses, a highest ranked loser going through to the next round of finals will put East Belmont, Geelong West, Grovedale and South Barwon into the mix.
Yeah, I think when they heard the South Barwon actually got up, well, there was a lot, Grovedale included, actually, their shoulders, they felt a bit better, a bit more relaxed about the day. So, but in saying that, we've got to win this game, I think. We need the confidence, and it'll help us going into next week. So,
how much, Tony, in confidence, in finals, which is a different game as far as the pressure that's on the ground, just how important is confidence both to the individual players and the overall team?
Yeah, it's massive. If you go in thinking you're going to win, you'll actually win the game, I reckon. You look at one guy, Michael Chappell out there, I know we spoke about his catching ability before, but I think the 2 grand finals that we won, he actually made a lot of runs both times and it got us over the line. So he's a guy that you can probably look forward to being confident going into finals. He got good 40 yesterday, I believe, so and he hasn't made a lot of runs coming into finals, but yeah, it looks good for him. So.
And enjoying the role of president again for how many years now?
I think it's been 6 years, 6 long years, I should say. No, it's been good. We've played in a lot of grand finals and had a big success, so it's been really good. So.
And of course, carrying on the tradition of the great Spence name, which originally Johnny Spence, your dad, was here at East Belmont.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and it just so happened that we grew up in Geelong, Drumcondra, and the closest club was Geelong West, so I played there. I would have actually, as a kid, I wanted to play here, and he wouldn't let me. He said, "Go to the club around the corner; it's easier."
And of course, your team manager, the one and only Mushy, has played a very important part in supporting and getting the Geelong West Rams through the final series so far.
Oh, definitely. He's fantastic. I mean, he turned up the 2s today, and as I said before, we took 8 for 30 runs or something. And he's got here, and they've taken 2 for 30 as well. So he's pretty good.
The good luck charm.
Yeah, he's exactly right. I'd love to have him around. It's great.
Tony Spence, thank you very much for your time, and all the very best for not only the rest of this day today, but also for the rest of the finals campaign. I'm sure we may be speaking with you or a representative of the Geelong West Rams again sometime.
Thanks, Rollo.
Thanks, Tony. Preliminary finals over this weekend. As we go to a break and return with sailing on Corio Bay.